Okay, Cindy, we are live now. Now you can make me the co-host. Thank you. Have a great session.
Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the session.
Hi, Nancy. Thank you for being there.
Hi, Carol.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Hey, Cindy, how are you?
I'm good. How about you, Kilsu?
I'm hanging in there. We're heading for a heat wave this weekend.
Oops, we're heading for another monsoon season.
Really?
Yeah, supposed to get some more rain.
Yeah, we are too.
Yeah. Hey, Kathy, how are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good. Lynn, you doing okay?
Real well,
Good.
thank you.
Good. Hey, Christina. I'm doing okay.
Hi, Cindy.
Good to see you, Christina.
Sim here.
We'll give everybody a little bit of time to get in. Nancy, our TA, is monitoring the waiting room and letting everybody in. So we'll get started here in maybe about another 30, 45 seconds.
I thought maybe you'd be on Memorial Day, but yeah, I didn't see you.
No, I had it wasn't, let's see. Day before I had a Kahoot class, games class, Kahoot hour day before. Yeah.
I looked for you. I couldn't find it. So I thought, well, I guess I took a different class then.
Yeah. They're kind of changing things around a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, and I didn't have anything on Memorial Day.
Kahoot is addicting, Cindy.
Yeah. I know, it really kind of is. This class is actually going to be, it's not a game an hour, but it's going to be on Kahoot and how to use it, how to get an account, things like that. We will play a short game so that those of you that have never played before will be able to learn exactly what Kahoot is and how it's used. So we'll go ahead and get started. I'm sure there'll be a few more people that are going to join us as we get going. A couple of things before we get going. I would like to say, if you have questions as we go along, please answer feel free to ask. Just unmute yourself, ask your question. I feel like the best opportunity for learning is when the thought comes to your mind about a question that you have, something that we're talking about usually. So feel free to ask your questions anytime that they pop into your head. All righty. I'm going to start out with a share screen here, and let me find my little PowerPoint here that we'll use to start off with. And hopefully everyone can see my screen here. This class is going to be Kahoot for hosting virtual games. So actually it's beginner Kahoot. We'll just briefly mention about hosting, but this is beginner Kahoot and specifically designed for people that have never played before, or maybe have only played once because they popped into the game hour or something like that. This will prepare you a little bit better for being able to quickly and easily go to playing a Kahoot game. That said, I want to say a few words about the Get Set Up community. Please help us spread the word. Share your classes with your friends as you book them and everything. If you have interest in hosting an interest group, just let us know if you have something that you're very passionate about. Please suggest any classes that you might want to see us add. We look to you guys for letting us know what your needs are to help us develop our classes. The session's being recorded. If you want to request a copy of the session or a link to the session, you can email help@getsetup.io. Just tell them the name of the class you want the link to and the day that you took it on. And if any of you have joined by live stream, the best way to participate with us is to join us and register for a class from the getsetup.io website. And you get a little bit more, you can take advantage of all the things that Get Set Up has to offer. And also, we're not paid to promote any kind of products or anything like that. We don't get anything from Get Set Up. I'm sorry, from Kahoot for teaching the classes or playing the game hours or anything like that. So here's our agenda and our objectives for today. We're going to talk a little bit about what Kahoot is and how it can be used. We're also going to talk about how you can sign up for your own free account for Kahoot, where you can create your own games. We'll talk a little bit about how to create a Kahoot, and hopefully we'll also talk about downloading the Kahoot app, which is a very easy way to jump on and play games whenever you come to a Kahoot game hour. So what is one thing that you would like to learn today from the class? Anybody, feel free to speak up. Just tell me specifically what you're looking for from the class today. That'll help me guide what I need to talk about. Anybody want to share what they specifically hope to learn today from the class?
Yeah, how you play the game.
How to play the game?
Yeah, what is it?
Okay. Kahoot's actually a digital online, sorry, I've got some slides out of order here. Kahoot is an online, let me back up a minute. It's an online game playing system to where you can actually have someone playing, it's like a trivia game, like playing trivia, but you're playing it digitally. So there are several ways that you can join a Kahoot game. You can actually, you'll need a second device when you play Kahoot. So if you're watching right now on your computer, in order to play a game, you'll need a second device like your iPad or tablet or your phone with you. And basically what you do is you answer on your device and you look at my screen for the questions and possible answers for the correct answer. So Kahoot is basically how a bunch of people can get together and play trivia games online, keep score, see who's on the winners at the top of the bracket. And then when the game is over, it actually pulls up a little podium to show you who won first, second, and third. Okay, I hope that helped a little bit and you'll see more as we go through. Anybody else have anything specific?
I played it a couple of times, but I'm not sure how it works because sometimes I notice that it starts to count down before the questions even appear on the screen.
It does.
I'm like, well, then what do I do? So I lose a lot of time, you know, trying to figure out what to do and not just focus on the question and answering.
Right. The countdown is usually at the very beginning of the game. Once everybody has put in the PIN number of the game and created their nickname, then it counts you down to the first question. So that's what the countdown is. You just sit and it's like just to get everybody ramped up, ready to go. That's what the countdown's for. Not really anything that you have to do, Verna, except just get excited about playing the game.
Oh, yeah. I thought it was something I was missing, and so I'm here to find out, really.
Right. I know in the Kahoot game hour, those people that have never been able to play before, it's all kind of fast and confusing because we always try to throw out exactly how to play and what to do. So let's go ahead and play a quick game. So if anybody has never played a game before, they'll see what it's like. Here's the next screen here, talks a little bit about how to play. On your second device, what you need to do is open a browser page, use Chrome or Safari, whatever you use, and type in the word kahoot.it. It's right here on my screen. Don't put in any W's or anything like that, just kahoot.it. Those of you that already have played Kahoot before, want to use the app or whatever, feel free. But since this is a beginner class, this is just an explanation of how to get started to play. On your second device, go to kahoot.it. And when you hit enter, after you put that in, you're going to see something that says enter PIN number. Now you just sit tight until I give you the PIN number, and I will basically, the PIN number will be on my screen and you will see it and you'll enter the PIN number. and you'll type that in and hit enter, and then you'll see something on your screen that says create nickname. And what this does is create a name for you to go by while you're playing the game. So don't panic. If you're right with me, don't panic. I'll give you the PIN number, and then I'll give you plenty of time to create your nickname. And once you do get to the point where you've created your nickname, you'll see your name on my screen. And that means you're in. And in fact, on your screen, on your second device, it will say you're in. And so then all you have to do is wait for me to start the game, and it will count down, as Vernon was talking about, 3, 2, 1, and ready to go. And you will see the questions on my screen. So you're going to look at my screen or whatever you're watching Zoom on, and you're going to read the questions, and then you'll see 4 possible answers, sometimes 3 possible answers. And each answer will have a color by it. And you will select the best answer by tapping the correct color on your device of what you think the right answer is. Okay, so right now, everybody go to kahoot.it and put that in, and you should see where it says enter PIN number. Okay, questions so far? Because I'm going to share my screen and start loading to go ahead and get us a PIN number. Okay, so while you're going to kahoot.it and entering that, I'm going to open up my Kahoot page, and I will create a PIN number for you. So let me log in and get everything going. Okay, let me log this back out and start again. For some reason, it doesn't want to let me log in. I'll just start again. I'm not queuing up the games anymore to play because sometimes that makes it easier for hackers or the bots to get in and actually sign in and create 150 people in the game when it's not really 150 people in the game. Okay, so my page is loading, and once my page loads, I'm going to select the game that we're going to play. And this is kind of a little funny one. This has 7 questions in it. It's just a basic quick game to see how it's played. This game is going to be on hot dogs. So there's going to be 7 questions to it, and it's all about hot dogs. Okay, so keep watching my screen, and it's loading a page right now that will in turn create a PIN number for you. So here we go. Get ready to join. I'm sorry, 1 second. Let me stop this share and go back. I want to share my sound with you because Kahoot does have some sound in the background. Okay, there's your PIN number. So on your second device, go ahead and put in that PIN number. And once you enter it, it will tell you to create your own nickname. And please, if anybody has questions or is stuck or not getting where we need to be, let me know so I can stop and give everyone plenty of time to log into the game so you can see how it's played. So I'm going to assume everybody's doing okay getting in. No problems. Make sure you see your nickname on my screen. Okay. Good job. Everybody in? Anybody else still trying to get in? There's
I'm
Carrie.
trying to get in. I put the PIN number in, and then it didn't come for me to put a name in. Maybe I got the wrong PIN. Oh, yep. Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to say, double check the PIN number.
168 33.
And I will say sometimes when we're playing, depending upon internet connections that you may have or what's going on, you may sometimes get kicked off or it just sits there and spins. That's kind of best we can figure is just something that happens with internet speed sometime. But if you do get kicked off, to rejoin, just go back to kahoot.it and you will always see the PIN number in the bottom right-hand side of my screen. So you can rejoin at any time, even though we're carrying on and still playing the game. Okay, everybody in?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna start and it's gonna count down. This is on hot dogs. Here we go about hot dogs. Here's your 3, 2, 1 countdown, and here's your first question. Look at my screen for the question and the possible answers, and then tap the correct color on your device for what you think the right answer is. You have 20 seconds for each question. Okay, time is up, and that is a bun, so everybody got that right. Now the next screen is going to show you the leaderboard. After the first question, here's your leaderboard, the top 5 people. Now I will also say Kahoot gives you points according to 1, if you get the right answer, and 2, how quickly you get the right answer. So each question is worth 1,000 points, and depending upon how quickly you answer, you get points accordingly. So Mooney Boy was the fastest and got it right with 914 points out of 1,000. Terry was in second, and on down the list here. So that was your first question. Here's your next question. Here we go. You're going to have to just guess on this probably. Okay, 8 people got it right. Good job. It's kind of a tough one. So there's your question, your answers. There's your breakdown of how many people guessed what answer. And I'm going to click next and we'll see the leaderboard here. Some changes there. Terry moved up first. Here you go. There's your leaderboard. All right, here's your next question. This is double points. You have an opportunity for double points here. Okay, very good. 4 people guessed it right, 23%. Now, when you have double points, that gives you the opportunity to earn up to 2,000 points just for that question. So when we look at the leaderboard, you'll see how the points really jumped up. That's because the double points give you extra, of course, gives you a chance to move up that much further. And I will also say, if you miss, you're up top and you miss one of the questions, it may throw you even way down here or even off the leaderboard. But when you get a question for double points, if you get it right and you get it quick, you might move right back up into top first place. Okay, here we go. Question number 4 of 7. Okay, everybody got that right. PetSmart was the answer. You might be able to buy a wiener dog, but not a hot dog. Okay, here's your leaderboard. So there were no changes in places, but changes in numbers only. Everybody got it right. So it just added points according to who got it the fastest. Next question. Sometimes these pictures are a hint. Sometimes the pictures will just to throw you off too. Good job. 9 people got it right. The answer was microwave. Now, if you notice, even though you have 20 seconds to answer the question, if all of the players have answered the question, it will go ahead, the game will go ahead and automatically advance to the answer because there's no sense in sitting there and waiting for time to click off of the clock. So here we go with the leaderboard. A little bit of changes down here. Boo is still up top though. All right, here we go to the next question. 6 of 7. True, false. You only have 10 seconds to answer this one. Okay, 8 people got it right. That is true. Hot dogs have been around for a long time. So here's your leaderboard now. All righty, coming up to the final question here. Here we go. Okay, 9 people got that one right. That's New York. Okay, that was the last question. Now we're going to go and see who actually won the game. So here's the game. On the podium in 3rd place with 5 out of 7 was Mimi. Good job, Mimi. 6 out of 7 was V for 2nd place, and 1st place was 7 out of 7 was Boo. Very good. Okay, let me turn the sound down just a little bit. Stop the share here. Who was Boo? Boo was Lynn. Good job. Who was V? Good job, Verna. And I forgot who was in 3rd place. Who do we remember who was in 3rd place? Let me go back and look real quick here. Let's see here. 3rd place, Mimi. Okay. So are there any questions about how to play a game of Kahoot? Now's the perfect time to ask because you've just played your first Kahoot game, or some of you just another Kahoot game. So if you have any questions about any of it, let me know. It's not a hard thing to do. It's very easy to play and it's a lot of fun. Okay. So now that you've played your first Kahoot game, let's talk about another couple of things here. I'm going to go back to my share, double check some of the PowerPoint slides to make sure I haven't missed anything that I wanted to present right now. So this is the directions on how to play Kahoot in case you forget where to go. So I want to talk about creating a game, not necessarily hosting it. But before I jump into creating a game, I want to talk about the app. Or any of you using the app to play the game, because there is an app for Kahoot. Okay, let's take a look at that. Let me link up my phone to the computer here. I'm going to get it started up and I will turn on my phone and show you the app. Does everyone know how to download an app on their second device? Or maybe I should say, who does not know how to download an app? Okay, good. So I'll show you. Sometimes when you go to the App Store to pull it up, you'll see 2 different versions. They're both the same thing. Let me go ahead and get my screen now that it's connected. Let me go ahead and open it up. And I'll share my screen now with you to show you. Let's see. Hopefully you will be seeing my phone screen here in the middle of the screen. Everybody see it? And here's the Kahoot app. Here's what it looks like, Kahoot. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the App Store. And as I said, I'm on an iPhone. So I'm going to tap on the App Store. And once it loads, I will put in the search. I will tap down here on the bottom, move a few things around for you guys. On the bottom down here, I'll tap on search. And the search bar up top, right up top here, I'm going to go ahead and put in Kahoot. And hit search at the bottom of the screen here. And it's going to start looking for Kahoot. Okay, let me go back to a screen share. For some reason it stopped. Reconnect. Okay, bear with me here. Has anybody gone to it and pulled up Kahoot? I'm not sure why I'm not seeing Kahoot right here. Let me get off of something here, rearrange something on my screen. Okay, perfect. If you can find it, go ahead and install it because we're going to take a look at it here in just a minute. Let me go ahead and close out the last Kahoot screen so it won't be making noise in the background here. Okay.
That's mine. It's making noise. Okay. I was like, what?
No, that's it. I still had it on the screen where we were playing the last Kahoot game. So I'm gonna disconnect and reconnect my phone real quick here.
Cindy,
Yes.
it says, mine asked me add account or use without Google. What do I want to do?
Your app says that because
Yes.
it should did it download for you?
Yes,
And what kind of
on a Samsung.
okay. I'm not real familiar with the Google Play Store. Does anybody else have an Android that they're using? Kathy, you're muted if you want to jump in.
Yes, I have an Android.
Okay.
I went to Google. I put Kahoot, and then it didn't ask me any of that. It asked me like my age and if it was personal, teacher, student, or whatever. And then
So that's if you're trying, that's to me sounds like what we see when we try to set up an account.
well, there's one of them says free trial.
Okay. You could try that probably, or you could say play without an account. That may be the easiest thing to do, Carolyn.
Oh, geez, I accidentally pressed the other one.
That's okay. That's okay. If you want to go, you probably can go back a page.
Well, I don't
And,
get back here.
okay.
Well, see what happens.
I'm having issues connecting my phone also, so let me go back here.
What does it mean when it says league? LEAGUE. It says leagues.
That's
new league.
That's an option for actually when you create teams or things like that, you can kind of create leagues, teams, whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm on an iPhone and I got to Kahoot and then it says get. Does that mean when I press that nothing happens? Is it supposed to give me the Kahoot?
It says guest.
Get.
Okay.
G-E-T.
Oh, get. Yes. Yes. Tap on get and then it's going to download it to your phone or to your device.
It says double click to install. So
Right. Just follow the on-screen prompts. You said you were on an iPhone?
yeah, and then it went back to get.
Okay. And it should download it for you.
Okay, it's not offering a free one on the Android. Under the free trial, when I press free trial, it says 1 month, $8.99.
Yeah, you don't want to.
No,
Don't want to do that.
I'm on an Android and a Google Play and it just downloaded. You don't have to do any of that. So I would start over, go to Google Play, put in Kahoot, and it just downloads. You don't have to do any of that.
Well, I have Kahoot Play and create quizzes, uninstall and open. So I push open and it comes up create Kahoot or free trial.
You're not trying to create a Kahoot. You're just trying to play. So you're in the wrong place.
Yeah, Kathy, it's hard to say since I can't really see your.
I would skip doing the app and just go
Doesn't
to.
really help you any.
Okay, just go to the website kahoot.it, and then you'll be in. You because something's going on with the app. It shouldn't have to do that.
Nancy just put something in the chat room, Kathy, that says go to Kahoot. Let's see here. Pull up the chat room and you can see what Nancy just put in. She said go to Google Play and enter Kahoot.
But that's what the problem she was having. So she should just go to her browser, put in kahoot.it, and then
she can just get Kahoot, period. And then she's
Well, I
set.
can play the game with just putting in Kahoot IT.
Right.
I can
Right.
do that.
Yeah.
But I can't play, other than that, I can't
Okay. Okay. Well,
download the thing from the store because it wants me to join.
okay.
You don't have to.
You can just continue to play just like you know how to play, to go to kahoot.it then. Those that have been able to actually download the app, if I can get my phone to reconnect, I'll show you what it looks like. For some reason, I'm having a horrible time trying to figure out how to connect. I don't mean figure out. I was connected and for some reason it disconnected and now I can't get it to go Kahoot, to connect back. Those of you that have downloaded it, go ahead and tap on the icon that says Kahoot. It should be that purple Kahoot square. That's what you'll see on your phone. And when you tap on that, that will open up the app. Christine's got her phone right. And that's what, when you open up the app, then at the very bottom, you will see 4 colored squares right in the middle of the menu at the very bottom. And all you have to do is tap those 4 squares like Christine's showing.
I can't do it. Hi.
Once you tap on that purple Kahoot square, and I will see if I can show mine without the connect. I don't know if it will show or not. I don't.
You might have to turn off your virtual background.
Yeah, that's gonna have to.
Hi, Marge.
I've got.
Hi, Kathy.
Is that yours? Okay. Kathy, is that yours? I hear playing the music.
I think it's Carolyn's.
Carolyn.
Oh,
It's not me.
Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. Just keep it muted if you can. But here, I need to move on to a couple of other things. So those of you before the next Kahoot game hour and you want to play, see if you can figure out how to download the app. And once you do, and you open up the app, just look at the very bottom of the page and tap on the 4 little colored squares, and that will bring you right to the same screen that you see when you go to kahoot.it. All righty. And my apologies for my phone not wanting to connect. I don't know what made it jump off, but I'll figure that out before we do this class again for sure. So what I want to show you next, I want to go back to sharing my screen to Kahoot. And I briefly just want to show you quickly how you can go and set up your own free account if you want to learn how to create games on your own. And I'll say Marge has joined us. If everybody see Margie on board with us, she's going to spend a few minutes at the end of the class visiting with everybody. So that's why you saw Marge pop in here.
Cindy,
Now-
we can't see you. The only thing we see is Zippy and your photo.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for letting me know here. I don't think okay. Now, hopefully you can see it now.
Now I take and see the Kahoot board.
Good. That's what I want you to see.
And up in the right hand corner, I still take and see your and Zippy's photo, not your real self.
Right. That's I don't know why that's happening. Marge, do you have any idea? I don't have a clue why it's showing that and not showing me. Some kind of a glitch happened, obviously, and kind of screwed up things a little bit here. So let me just go to open another screen. Okay, if you go to kahoot.com, you guys are seeing my screen, just not my face, correct? Okay, we'll carry on this way for right now. Okay, so when you see kahoot.com, that's where you go to actually get yourself a free account and to create games and things like that. To sign up and get your own free account, once you're at kahoot.com, this is kind of what the screen looks like. It's got all kinds of cool things and tries to sell you different accounts and things like that. No reason to have to pay anything. If you're going through setting up an account and it tries to make you pay something, don't do that. You're not on the sign up for the free trial, because there's different levels of accounts that you can actually pay for, and it gives you different bells and whistles to use with the games. But right here on the left-hand side of the screen, you can see where it says sign up for free. All you want to do is go ahead and click on that, and it will literally walk you right through signing up for an account. You'll check what kind of accounts you want. Kahoot is used by businesses, by teachers, a lot by teachers. Professional companies use them. The students use them because they interact with the teachers. When COVID hit, a lot of the teachers went to using Kahoot in order to play games and teach with their classroom, with their students. So you'd probably want to just pick personal because you're going to just do a personal account. So when you click on personal, then it says, who are you going to play with most often? And you'll probably say friends and family. So then you would click friends and family. Now it asks you for a birth date. You do not have to put in your real birth date because a lot of people don't like to have to do that for privacy purposes. And I totally understand. You can put in any date you want to show that you're over 13 years of age. Because the reason Kahoot asks for a birth date is students have to be at least 13 years of age in order to be able to join. Okay, so I'm just going to pick a random birth date here of some year that I wish I was born in and click continue. And when I do, it will come up to where I create a username. Now this will be your Kahoot username for when you go into Kahoot to create games and things like that. It has nothing to do with the username when you actually play Kahoot games. Okay, so you'll choose a name, whatever you want. If that name is taken, it will give you some suggestions that's similar to that name, or you can even click this little wizard wand right here and it'll give you a name itself. It'll come up with something and you can use this as your name. Then when you click continue, it's going to take you to a sign-in screen that looks just like this. Now you've created your free account, and what you want to do is go ahead and create go ahead and use your username or email, and then create yourself a password. And then each time you want to go to kahoot.com to create something, this is the screen you would see, the login screen, and you would go in there and log in and you'd be signed in. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and log in because I've already gone through all those steps. And I will say I have a teacher account, so that's why I have several different options you may not see right at first. See if I put this in correctly. So once you've created your login screen and you log in, this is what you'll come to. You'll come to a screen where you can create your account, create games to play. Now I've got some games on here that you'll see because I've been on it for a long time and I've created a bunch of games. Okay, so you won't see any to begin with, but here's your main menu right up here. This is your home screen. Discover takes you to a page where you can discover all kinds of public Kahoots. There's a ton, over I don't know how many million Kahoots that have already been created, and you can go in and actually play them and use them. So you can go through here, find anything you want. Right up here in the search bar, you can do find me a Kahoot about, and that's where I got the hot dog Kahoot. I typed in hot dog and it pulled up all kinds of Kahoots on hot dogs. So let's just look, here's all of them that it pulled up, hot dogs, all kinds of things about hot dogs. I think this was the one that I actually ended up using. Okay, so that's just the tab up here. The library tab, on the menu bar, the library simply takes you to all of the Kahoots that you've ever created. It pulls them all up here. So that's what that is. The reports and groups is really not applicable to the free accounts, simply because that you don't have access to that unless you have a paid account. So going back to home, I'm going to go quickly through how to create a Kahoot. If you look right up here, the little blue bar says create. So if you click on create, Kahoot is so simple to do. It pulls up a template for you to use. I'm going to create a new Kahoot. So I click new, and it will automatically pull up a template for me to start creating my questions. So this is perfect for teachers if you're doing a test or something like that. So let's look, here's where the template is. And over here on the right is where you can actually set the parameters for your question. If you click quiz, there are different kinds that you'll have option to actually create a quiz, which is a multiple choice, or a true false. So you can pick either one of these. So I'm going to pick true false. Then I can select the time limit that I want for people to answer. How long do I want to give them to answer? On true false question, they should probably be able to get it in 10 seconds. So I'm going to set 10 seconds. And now I'm going to create my question. Oh, I'm sorry. These are points where you can create number of points, either standard or double. This is where you can create those double point questions. I'm going to leave it at standard, and I'm going to type in my question. I'm going to say, today is Sunday, true, false. Okay, there's my question. Down here, I have to go in and put in the correct answer. So today is not Sunday. So I'm going to make sure that I've tagged it with the correct answer. And right in here, I can pick a picture to add if I want. And it's simple to do. All you do is click on Add Media. And based on your question, you can go to an image library and upload images that they already have out there for Kahoot that are free to use. I could upload an image that's actually on my computer. Maybe I wanted to upload an image of my dog or something. And you can actually put in a YouTube link, which we really won't have time to talk about today. But if you play around with it, it's kind of self-explanatory. So I'm going to go to Image Library, and I'm going to click on Image Library. Here are some suggestions for pictures based on my question I asked. So I'm just going to click on Sunday, and maybe I can find a picture of something that says Sunday, actually. Don't see it. Here we go, Sunday. Okay, now you can make the picture be a clue, or you can make it to be something to throw people off. So if I put this in here, I'm really throwing people off because today is not Sunday. So I've created my first question. I created a true false question. There we are, we're ready to go. So now I'm going to click Add Question. And I'm going to this time create a quiz question. So I click quiz, I go over here and set my parameters. I'm going to give them 20 seconds to answer. I'm going to make it double points this time. And I'm going to start typing. Let's see. Let's just do, tomorrow's what day? And let's put in here, put in 4 possible answers. And we want to make sure that we click by what the correct answer is. Tomorrow's Thursday, so I'll check that off. And I'll go in and add a media. I'll click media. And I want to put a picture in. Say I don't want a picture of any of those things. I want a picture of a sunset. I can search for a sunset. Pick a picture that I like. That's a pretty one. And there's my picture of the sunset there. So that's my second question. So let's say that's all the questions I want for this quiz. I'm done. So I go up here and I click on done, and Kahoot will validate the Kahoot. You can give it a title. I'm going to call it Days of the Week. And I'm going to continue. And now it's going to verify my Kahoot to make sure that I put an answer in for each question and that I did everything appropriately. And it'll tell me the Kahoot's ready to be played. All I do is click done. And now when I go back to all of my Kahoots on my home page, I will see right here the days of the week. Here's my game I just created.
Cindy, if you forgot something, Kahoot would let you know.
It will. It will tell you exactly what, let's say you forget to put a check mark in a correct answer. It will tell you exactly what question that you need to go back and fix. You click on it, it takes you right back to the question and tells you to put your answer in. Okay. So that is a very fast, quick, hey, here's how you jump in and get an account and go in and start playing. I mean, and start creating your own games. We'll have some advanced classes with Kahoot. We'll have some more of these. Feel free to come back and we can go into it all a lot deeper, because once you've actually created your free account and started playing with it, that's when you're really going to have questions. So hopefully we'll be having this at least every week so we can answer questions and you can learn more about it. But the purpose of this class was to show everybody how to play, what it was, and so that you can join the Kahoot Hour game class. And there's actually a Kahoot Hour game class coming up. Let's see, I think it's in a couple of days. I don't think it's tomorrow, but we do have, I tell you what, I'll send the link to join it. When I send the follow-up email, I want to say just a couple more things. As we have that Kahoot game hour and everybody wants to join, I will, like, as I said, I will send, is everybody seeing my screen here? Okay, hopefully, I'm so sorry. I scrolled through all that so fast. I'm going to send your email, follow-up email, and I'll put the link to join the class. And also, please share any of the classes with others as you sign up for the classes. There are now links in there where you can actually click and it'll pop up your internal email client where you can invite somebody else to the class. This is what you would see if you booked a class on a mobile device. So I know that was fast and furious, a lot of good stuff, but I want to have Marge give her plenty of time. If there's any time after she's done, we can ask her any other questions. But Marge, feel free to make yourself at home with us all. Oh, you muted.
We all do that, right?
Yes.
It sounds like you guys just had a wonderful class. Let me just repost some stuff. I had actually done a private chat with someone and forgot to switch back. So here we go. These are some classes that Cindy leads that you might be interested in. And I also, let's see, you can also, I'll put in my hint. Anytime, I know people tend to like their guide. And if you're looking for more classes that Cindy leads, just search for her name. On our website, you will find her.
Marge, we're just
yeah.
taking and seeing Cindy's photo with her and the dog. Are we supposed to be seeing you?
It doesn't really matter. I see me.
I can see Cindy. I can see Marge. She's.
Thank you,
need
Christine.
Yeah, I think
So
she
if
needs to adjust her speaker view.
Yeah, so if you
I got
switch,
it now.
if you, okay, good. I'm here because Get Set Up is hoping to pilot a brand new idea in the social arena. All of our learners we have found that so many of us are meeting old friends, maybe that we knew in a job a long time ago or in junior high school. These things happen. And so we're hoping to open our platform to more social type. Hi, Cindy.
I'm back.
More of the social type things. We're not going to cut back on classes. That's never going to happen. But we want to expand so that you can all have a social platform that's safe, that's populated with people your age and possibly interested in the things you're interested in. So we're hoping that, not like I can see this Kahoot social hour becoming a big deal on this because, you know, you already love the idea, and everybody who enjoys doing these games could get together once a week or once every 2 weeks, whatever, in a social group where you can talk about what you've done, how you've used it, maybe play a few games, those kind of things. We're looking for learners who want to stretch their wings and try out hosting. And it's not a big deal. It's not hard. You don't have to know a lot, but you do want to pick a subject you enjoy. So like if you're interested in leading a social group about the books of Agatha Christie, just off the top of my head. If that interests you, I guarantee you we'll find other people who love that subject too. We do all the work. We set up the class. We do the scheduling. We track the bookings. All of that will happen on our end. On your end, you just have to host. And you can ask one of us if you're not comfortable with hosting alone the first few times, just ask us. I'm sure that other people like Cindy or Marge would be happy to sit in and you know, be a part of and maybe co-host with you until you're happy doing it. We really, really want to do that. And I say this in a lot of classes. It is true. I live alone, and this company has been my social group for over a year now. I have a lung disease that means I couldn't even go to the grocery store for the last year. And Get Set Up has been everything social for me. And I know there are a lot of you out there that have had that same circumstance. So we just want you to stretch your wings. I'm glad you're taking classes. That's awesome. And learning new things. But, you know, maybe you've met some other folks that you want to say, hey, let's start a group talking about the scenery in Alaska. I don't know, whatever. Somebody's going to want to be in that group, and we'll provide that for you. And you just have a good time. The hosts aren't the same as, like Cindy had to prepare. She probably spent hours preparing this class. I know I used to. The hosts for these socials don't have to spend all that prep time. You're more of a facilitator when you're hosting, like an MC maybe. And it's a wonderful way for you to maybe meet new friends that we've met people, Cindy has, I have, from India, Australia, the UK, Brazil, you name it. You will meet new friends, and even if you never meet in person, you'll still build some lasting relationships with us. That's what we're hoping for. We are working on making sure it's a safe platform. And of course, you know, we do the best we can. So we'll make sure that you have the support you need if you're interested. I am going to post a link. Yeah, all I have to do is find it. Here we go. There's a little form on our platform. Here we go. That will let you just fill this out. I haven't done it because, of course, it's for you. I think it's probably 4 or 5 questions. What would you like to host? What is your view? What are you hoping for? And if you don't want to host, tell us that. If you would like us to find someone else, but you're interested in something, tell us that. And if you didn't get that little link that I posted, my email is marge@getsetup.io. You could also use help@getsetup.io. They'll make sure that either Cindy or I or somebody gets your message, and we can help you get started. I hope you'll think about it and really, yeah, Cindy's nodding her head.
Mm-hmm.
You will be so blessed. I hope nobody is offended because I said that. I didn't mean to offend anyone, but I mean it. You will grow, you'll spread your wings and find out all kinds of great things about yourself. Oh, that's a good question, Kathy. Do you know a name? Because I can write down their name, and if you know someone that you think would be a great host, I'll be happy to contact them for you. But I would need a name and an email. If they're in our system, I can thank you. All right, thank you. I will definitely look that up. And if you see him again, mention it.
Well, I had just taken that class the other day, and the host that was there was nervous, I should say.
Oh.
I've never taken the class before, and this man was in the class, but he was so good and so knowledgeable about things. And he was actually a 30-year survivor of that.
Wow.
And I thought, wow, he really inspired me because I'm only a 3-year survivor in that. And he's been through everything, you know. And I thought, wow, he's got a whole bunch of knowledge about stuff. Not saying she's not, just saying that in him talking, he could either be a host or a host helper or something. Yeah. He was so good. I was so inspired by him.
And there's nothing wrong with 2 people forming a partnership to host. We do that too. Whatever it takes for you to give this a try, we'll help you with that. And I wrote his name down in the class you're talking about, Kathy. And by the way, I'm a 2-year survivor of a stroke. So we're all dealing with things.
3 years, May 20th.
Good for you. Good for you. I'm sure that everyone in this group has something that they could share with us that would make the rest of us go, oh my gosh, you know. That's the whole point. Our social connections are what's going to get us through the next year, just like they did last year. But this will make it easier for that to happen. Thank you, Cindy. If you have any questions, folks, I gave you my email. Go right ahead and email me. And I'm going to turn it back to Cindy so she can wrap this up. But it sure has been great seeing you all.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Marge. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. In the couple of minutes that we have left, I'm going to see if I can share my screen again and show my phone. I did get it connected, but let me see here. I was going to say I would show the real quick. I would show the app, but nope, it's not showing up on here. Let's see. Let me try this. Oh, it's not wanting to show up. So, okay, just to wrap everything up, Kahoot, the next game hour is actually going to be on Saturday at 4 p.m. Central Time. And actually, we're going to play a couple of Kahoot games, probably in the social hour brain games, which is on Friday, the 4th. So I'll send the link in those to those classes in case you want to join. We'll do some more Kahooting, and hopefully everybody's a little bit more comfortable now with using Kahoot. And if not, come back to the class again as we have it, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you guys the answers to what you want to do, because there's so many things you can do with Kahoot. A lot of people have used it in lieu of their family reunions that they usually have. They've played Kahoot remotely with each other, and which is really easy to do. All you do is set up a Zoom meeting and then you just host a game. So if you know how to use Zoom and you've taken some of our Zoom classes, then that'll work right into how to set up a Zoom class and host a Kahoot game. Awesome. So any final questions from anybody about Kahoot before we end everything and just sit back and wait for game hour next?
I just wanted to say I can't believe how much work you put into doing this for us. Thank you.
Well, you're more than welcome, but I tell you what, it's been a ton of fun too. I mean, Marge makes it sound like it's all work. Well, I spend a lot of time doing it, but it's a ton of fun because there's so many things that you can do with Kahoot. You can play Kahoot all by yourself against the computer player. And so the advanced class talks about that too. If you want to try that, go into kahoot.com, set up your account, and then go to Discover, find the Kahoot you want to play, and you can probably figure it out on your own. But if not, come back and we'll go through that on the next class too. But yeah, there's so many things you can do with Kahoot. It's tons of fun, and I've learned so much. And there's still a lot to learn.
And you might just try a reboot. You know, they build frustration into the operating system of every computer. They do. But just try a reboot. That'll fix it.
All right. Anything else from anybody? Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you being here today. Marge, thank you too for your time.
Oh, thank you.
Let us know if you want to host.
Yeah.
Get together, please.
Yes.
Thank you. See y'all later.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
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 Bye-bye.